Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. Whether you're tuning in on the radio dial in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM, we welcome you all to our program, as well as tuning in through our online affiliates around the world. We're glad to have all of you with us as well. We talk about on this show all the time about the importance of not only setting goals for yourself, but doing the work necessary to see those goals become a reality. Our next guest has definitely done that in a very big way. We're excited to welcome Michael Phillips to our program today. Michael is not only gearing up for the release of his new television show on WGN America called Flip This Hood, but also he's been able to achieve some amazing things in life when it comes to business and also his professional life as well. If you're just now hearing about Michael, we'll tell you at the end of our segment how you can stay connected with him and also watch the show. But Michael, hello to you and welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, man, the pleasure's definitely all mine. Let's go ahead and jump right into what's coming up this Sunday first, because I think that has to be an exciting thing for you as you're kind of counting down to Sunday, November the 19th. I mean, the show is called Flip This Hood on WGN America. How does it feel now to be able to share your story with the world this way?
It's a great opportunity. I'm very honored and blessed, and yes, it's a dream come true for me, and love the opportunity where I get a chance to show my side of doing real estate, and it's just a true blessing, and I'm very honored.
Yeah. So, Michael, take us back a little bit, because real estate is something that people have gotten to know you for, but you have been able to overcome challenges in your life. You've been able to show people by example what they can do for themselves, not only professionally but personally. How does that feel for you to know that just by living your life and achieving what you have, that you've been able to show other people how they can do the same thing?
Yeah, that's one thing. One of the main reasons when I created this idea, when I came up with this idea, I wanted to just show people that, don't never give up on your dreams. Don't never let up. Pursue your dreams to the fullest. And that was one of my, I'm very passionate about this. I love what I do. I love every morning that I wake up. This is and to be able to show people that you can make your dream come true and never give up no matter what the circumstances are is what my goal is. And I just want people to be inspired by me and my story, and do what they want to do, and live their dreams out, and continue to just never give up, strive for greatness, and just continue to do whatever you want to do. Always continue to do it and never let go of your dream.
Right. That's such a good point. So take us back a little bit, Michael. The entrepreneurial spirit is something that is not new to you. It seems like most of your life this is something that you've kind of been embedded with. Have you always known that you wanted to own something, that you wanted to be the person that was not only, of course, able to do the work, but also responsible for the work being done?
Yes, I have. I kind of recognized at an early age I had entrepreneurial blood inside me, and it's kind of been in me most of my life. And yeah, I recognized it at an early age. When I would be talking to my mom, and I would ask her questions and so forth, and why won't you do this? Why won't you do that? And I realized then that hey, everyone don't think the same, and and I realized that she, my mom was she's a great person. She worked, and, as a single mom, providing a lifestyle for my brothers and sisters and I. And so, but at the end of the day, I just wanted to, pursue my dream. And, she gave me the knowledge, and she raised me in a way where I had the freedom to think on my own. And it just gave me inspiration to push forward and do what I wanted to do.
Yeah. And now you're able to share the same thing as a father yourself. I mean, do you think that kind of is one of the things that's molded your journey as a parent, Michael, having that example that you have and realizing the desire to be able to do all you can for those that you love?
Yes, it is. My kids is very honored, and, they see Dad. You talked about this for years, and then you're doing it, and it's definitely an eye-opening experience for them as well, because a lot of times us as parents can have a lot of expectations for our kids, but then when your kids are somewhat looking at you, it's like, okay, Dad, Mom, you want this for me, but what are you doing about your own life and your own dreams? So That was one of the main things I believe in. I wanted to show them, hey, not only am I pushing you toward your dreams and goals, I want you to see your father do the same for himself. So, that's what I get out of this, and I believe that's what makes them very proud and makes them want to pursue their dreams and goals even more.
Right. We read, in Scripture, Michael, that, when a man is skillful in his work, he'll be set before kings. I mean, do you feel as though everything that you've accomplished and everything that you've kind of gone through has kind of led you to where you are as we're wrapping up this year?
Oh, yeah, very much so. Very much so. It's all about, to me, having the right determination and passion and believing in God and never, it's always, you want to accomplish things on your time, but sometimes it's not on your time. Every time, all the time, it's not on your time. It's God's time. So, you want to rush the process, but at the end of the day, just keep doing everything in your power that you can, and let God make the way for you when it's time for it to manifest itself and whatever it is your dreams are.
Right. I think that's something all of us can learn from. For those who are just tuning in, either on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. We're excited to welcome Michael Phillips to our program today. Michael's not only been able to make a name for himself, as I mentioned earlier, in business and real estate, but also now he's gearing up for a very big launch that's coming up this Sunday, November the 19th, for all of our affiliates, whether you're on the radio dial here in Mississippi or throughout the country. The show is called Flip This Hood on WGN America. So, Michael, take us into the show. When people tune in on Sunday, give us an idea of what we can expect and what the show's about.
Right, and one thing I want to clarify with the audience that's listening, it's actually, it comes on at 3:30 Saturday night, Sunday early morning.
Okay.
So, for those who won't be woke, go ahead and set your DVRs to record it. But one thing they'll get a chance to see this, a home renovation show like no other. It's not your average run-of-the-mill one house. We're going to be on set at one house, and you're going to see me start from finish on one property. You'll see me interact with several properties. You'll see me at the auction. You'll see me the inner dealings of real estate. And that's one thing I want to expose and show the world all the intricate details of real estate. I want them to see as an investor the eyes of an investor. So those that ever thought about flipping properties or ever had a thought about flipping properties, I want to give them as much information to thrive off of, and if that's something they want to do, they can learn a great deal with me and watching me as I flip properties and buy properties at the auction and deal with contractors and meet deadlines and so on and so forth. So they'll be not only get a chance to be entertained but educated as well.
Yeah. I have to talk to you about, of course, the reality aspect of this show, Michael. What was it like for you to have cameras following you around and kind of being involved in your day-to-day activity?
It took some first. It did take some getting used to, but eventually it becomes, it just becomes a way of life. It's expected. You forget they're even there. That's the whole thing. Just, do what you normally do. We're not scripted or not, what you see is what you get is actual footage of what took place that day in my life. And, it's just the cameras rolling and you just don't even, at the end of the day, you start not even recognize that they're there. But eventually, at the beginning, yeah, it was a somewhat different, and having the camera in your face, but you definitely get used to it and, you just let the cameras roll and, and whatever the scenes may have capture, you just have to be willing to deal with it. So that's what I want the audience to see. They're going to recognize the authenticness of this, the raw grittiness of this. They're going to really see that, man, this is a real show. This is guys really doing real estate. This is all real life, characters. There's no script, no actors, none of that. This is all reality TV and true essence of reality.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm to kind of stay with that for a moment. I mean, no man, of course, we know as an island. One of the things I have to, in matter of full disclosure, AT&T is one of our partners here at Conversations Live, so that means, of course, people can be able to watch it through DirecTV. If they go to DirecTV, one of the things I noticed, Michael, when I was prepping for the segment, is it kind of gives them a description of what they can expect from the first episode about, you're being able to share, how you got interested in buying and fixing and selling homes, but also it also shows how you and your longtime friend Carl also get involved in this as well. What was it like for you to have someone who knows you be a part of this process along with you?
Oh, great. Carl is a friend of mine for many, many years, and as well as project. We do business together from a project. He serves as my project manager. So working with Carl was a great experience, and getting him to interact and get a chance to see him as we do business is, it's like I said, that one thing the fans are going to really get a chance, the viewers to get to see is how he and I interact. And, not everything is going to be a good conversation or going to be a happy conversation. There are going to be some conversations and that me and him, that, he might see things one way and I see it another. And at the end of the day, the key is to continue to flip homes and continue to keep the business going and meet in a happy medium. So, that's what the ultimate goal, what we try and do and try and accomplish. Hey, let's, even though we might not see eye to eye, but let's try and continue to move forward and get this the goal set that we have set in front of us.
Yeah. You mentioned that this is going to be one of those shows like no other, Michael, that people will be able to watch on WGN. I mean, what do you think is one of the main things that sets this show apart?
The authenticness, the rawness of it. It's just that's what I feel sets it apart. The going, showing things that hadn't ever really been exposed in the real estate. There's no secrets, there's no, hidden messages. We want you to see the real estate game as it is. It's just, to me, I haven't recognized the show like that. And one other thing too, a lot of times these shows are in the real expensive neighborhoods, multi-$100,000 properties. I work with those, but also I wanted them to see, where I started at in the hood, and that's where I got the whole idea from. Like, hey, man, I started in the hood. I want people to see when I say hood, meaning urban America, there's still opportunity there as well. And I wanted them to understand and see that hey, not only can you don't just have to buy a $200,000 or $300,000 house to make money. You can buy a house for $20,000 or $30,000 or $40,000 and still make money, and be effective. So, I want people to see that you can buy, there's properties in your price range and your budget that you can go out there buy and make profit and do good. And like I said, I started in the hood, and I'm very appreciative. That's where I started at, and that's where I grew up from. So, that was one of the main things I want to incorporate, is the understanding that you don't just have to be in a $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 price range. You can start out in a $20,000 or $30,000, or even my first house was $7,000 that I bought. So maybe you won't get those type of deals in these times. Well, I'm sure you can come across some 20s, 30s, 40s. So that's what I wanted to expose, and that's one thing I wanted the world to see is like from a starting from an urban America perspective, and also I want every young man, to recognize that, hey, if Michael could do it with Michael's circumstances, and once they start to see who I am and where I come from, they'll be able to understand and hopefully see themselves in the future that they can strive and do the same thing, and you don't have to do illegal things to gain success. You can put your mind and energies to doing something positive and at the same time be just as successful as you would doing something illegal.
Right. I think that's such a good point, Michael, and I hope that people will be able to take that away, not only, of course, from this show on WGN, but also just in looking at experiences like yours. And I think, too, it should help them to set the standard high, and I think, that's one thing all of us can do, be able to set the standard higher for ourselves. I have to ask you this question. We've talked a lot on this show this year, Michael, about success, and success is different for everybody, but I was curious because, this is something that has been a part of your life for so long. You're, wanting to be an entrepreneur, being successful as an entrepreneur at a young age. How is your idea of what success is? How has that changed for you over the years?
Well, when I first started out, 16, 17, 18 years old, success was measured, solely by the amount of money you had versus, your age. I was always pushing, thriving ahead. I want to be a millionaire by the time I'm 20, or by the time I wouldn't make it to 20. I'm like, okay, I'm going to push to 22. Then I wouldn't make it by 22. So I always put high expectations and standards on myself. But the more and more I realized and came to fruition is that, hey, success ain't really measured by the age or by the amount of money you have. Success is measured by the value of your life and your family and your friends and your company. And, yes, money is very important to have, but it's not the root of everything. So you want to understand that it's only as a means to an end. It's not just to make money and just say, hey, I just want to have as much money as I can. Originally as a youngster, that's what you would think. But, no, it's more to it than that. At this point, I realized that without my family, not having people to share my success with, it wouldn't really mean anything to me. So more importantly, your family, your health, your friends, and everyone you have around you, that's success. That's the true essence of success. Not just having a bunch of money by a certain age. That's not success. It's more to it than that. So as you grow and you get more wise, you start developing that understanding that, hey, I'm successful. I'm gaining, I'm gaining this wealth, but at the same time, what's good is that if you don't have people to share it with, be able to help people and do things for people. So that's one of the things I get a great joy is being able to help people and do things and that I normally wouldn't be able to do had I not had the success I had. So that's the beauty of this, is just the art of the life and being able to give and help people.
Yeah, and I have to ask you this question, and this has not only been a great year for you as well, but I know your son was recently recognized as well because a major achievement for him. How does that make you feel to see how your children are able to not only to benefit from this example, Michael, but also to be able to see them find their own success in life?
Well, yeah, that's a great point. And, my son started, we started working on his basketball at a very young age as well. And so to see him, sign his letter of commitment, last week, it was just a feeling that's undescribable. It was just tears of joy came flowing down my face. It was like, oh man, all these years was well worth every morning we wake up at 6, 7 a.m. going to an AAU game or going to workout, train, or practice. And it was just all well worth it. And he got a chance to see that hard work pays off in the end. And, if at this point, everything he done, was paid off on the date that he signed that letter of intent to go to school. So, and same with my daughter, she's seen that and she's seen her brother sign it and she getting a chance to push forward for her dreams and her goals, and it motivates her as well. So for both of them to see me, so we feed off each other. I feed off of their success, they feed off of my success, and we just continue to strive and continue to share and continue to just, do the things we set forth to do in love.
Yeah. What a great thing. And congratulations to all of you, Michael, on what a great way to end off the year and also to end off our conversation today. Again, everyone, Michael Phillips has been our guest. He's gearing up for the debut of his new show on WGN America called Flip This Hood. Make sure you all check your local listings for the time for you all to be able to watch it in your area. And as you heard Michael said, make sure you guys set your DVR to be able to record it as well. Michael, how can our audience stay connected with you, man?
Yeah, you can go to Flip This Hood on IG. It's FLIPTHISHOOD. That's on Instagram. You can connect with me on Facebook. Flip D Hood, FLIPTHEHOOD. Or you can just Google Michael Phillips. I have a couple of websites out there. MP Investors, Flip This Hood. But yeah, just they can contact me through mainly IG, Flip This Hood on IG. So love for anyone that, hit me up with an inbox, maybe have a question for me about real estate, whatever they interested in doing, any way I can help, I would love to.
All right, Michael, congratulations to you again, man, and thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate you stopping by.
I really appreciate you having me, and thank you, and love the show, and just I really thank you for the opportunity.
Hey, glad to do it, man. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. And definitely want to thank our good friend, Miss Patsy Perkins, for setting up this conversation with us for today, that being with Capital Public Relations. And we definitely thank all of you for tuning in, either on the radio dial here in Mississippi or through one of our online affiliates as well. If you all came in late and missed part of the conversation with Michael, don't worry. Thanks to our online friends, you all can catch the replay right after we go off the air. The link is already available through our social media site. So head over to Facebook.com/Cyrus Webb or go to Twitter.com/Cyrus Webb. If you click on the link there, you can listen to the show completely for free and share with your friends from there too. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Make sure you take out time to enjoy some good music as well as a great book. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live today. You all make it a great one.